Department in California is taking an unusual approach to catch porn pirates red-handed.
Porch pirates, yes.
Oh, pardon me.
Just nannying at its silliest and its worst.
Well said. You do not mess with the sausage.
Do not mess with the sausage.
James, well, you said it. Over to you guys.
It'd be a crime to hide the sausage, wouldn't it?
Chris Belisario, the stilt walker. I was originally going to come in between her legs, but yeah, that's not what was not going to happen. Would not have made for good TV had she fallen over. So we're not trying to create a liability.
So perfect weekend to spend some time outdoors. It should be pleasant out there.
Yeah, I do enjoy 69. I might need to go up to the Tetons. All right.
Sask Energy is announcing a proposal to jack up the cost.
This is the season that matters, and despite the fact that they've had such a tremendous amount of sex during the regular season,
Let's get excited about that 69. I mean, that's pretty good this time of year, isn't it? I know you're excited about the win, but how about that 69?
If you'll remember, last year he was dealing with a bulging disc issue in his lower back.
7:02 already this morning, and just flying by like this week. It's Wednesday, right?
I think so.
Hump day.
Yeah, we're getting there.
Hopefully we'll have a dry hump day.
It's not real. Oh.
Because people shouldn't be wearing ankle socks. Just get long socks, people.
Get
Come
socks.
on.
Pull your pants down.
Yeah.
Or put your the leg down.
Yeah, put
Keep
it
your
down.
pants up.
Now, Tara Majors is live at Bakersfield Workwear in costumes with all the tips you need to know. Tara, you were looking quite delicious this morning, I have to say.
Do I look like a tasty Popeye's chicken sandwich?
I am not going to answer any of these questions.
I kind of want to eat myself, but I can't.
Suki, it'd be a shame to hide that sausage, wouldn't it?
Let me tell you something. There have been so many moments between you and I where I just,
Your colleagues. Yeah.
Your colleagues.
We've had a few.
I do love that 69 temperature.
Yeah, I was going to add in the one where you said Master of Cheese. Remember that one?
Oh my God. Yeah, but that was, there was something where I think I was on Jimmy Kimmel, or I don't know what it was, when anchors really mean sex. Yeah. But, and I was going like this. I was going like this, when they're really trying to stick it to you.
Unnecessary censorship. That's what
unnecessary gesture. Whenever you give those gestures, they love it.
Yeah. I was on there once too because I said something like, "How dare you, Mother Nature?" And they put a bleep into the nature.
I love that. I love that. You did it. You did it.
How
you doing, Scotty? What's going on with you?
Yeah, nothing. Just hanging out. Another Tuesday in the books. Still alive.
Can you believe it's already October 20th?
I don't even,
2 weekends we're going to be in Halloween. 4 weekends we're going to be in 6 weekends we're going to be in Thanksgiving.
I only know what day it is because when my bills collector, they call me and I know that things are due and they say, "Hey, you're past due. You were supposed to pay." And I say, "Well, what day is it?" And they're like, "It's the 20th. It was due on the 15th. I'm like, "Oh, I didn't realize that."
Oh, the 20th. God. It seems like everybody's here. Look, should I do a rundown? Should I do a roll call? Brenda Lee Baker, Ogden, Jordan Gray, Jeannie Clay, Rory Wright, Brenda Woodruff, Anna Hoover, Brenda Woodruff again, Donna Fraschetto, Cheryl Hetrick, John Syrup, Stop the Madness, Open Up the Country, and Julie G, Sweetie Berkshire, how you doing? So it looks like everybody's here, everyone's here. And Paula, I was wondering where the heck Paula Giordano Brasile was, and she said hello.
Every time you say Paula, I think Paula Petrolunga from Happy Days.
Petrolunga.
I think that was watching.
Literally, I was watching Happy Days the other day, and it was made me laugh. Oh, it was the Joni versus Chachi. When you remember the spinoff?
Yeah.
And Sal had his girlfriend from Italy come, and they were dancing.
Joni loves Chachi. What a great
remember that Joni loves Chachi?
Yeah. And Chachi wore Scott Baio wore the bandana around his leg.
Joni loves Chachi, yeah.
Oh my goodness. Suk, we have another week of amazing shows.
Always.
Coming up just a few minutes. Tara Hack is here with us, singer, songwriter extraordinaire, artist. She's got it all going on. She's going to sing for us. She's got an amazing story.
Okay, that's great. I'm looking forward to that.
A gorgeous voice. And your boy, Chef Clemenza.
Chef Clemenza back.
From Hell's Kitchen 2012. Chef
Love
Clemenza.
him. I love him.
He's a character, that guy.
I would like to know what he's cooking these days because I always need inspiration. I was going back to the chicken cutlets for tomorrow. They're defrosting as we speak.
I was watching.
And John Syrup is a really good friend of mine who was on. John, help me understand. He was, of course, he's a fireman with the FDNY here in New York, and we used to do the Iron Skillet Cook-Off, and he was a big part of that. But also John Syrup did, what was that? What is it called? Chopped Kitchen. So I think he's a Chopped Kitchen winner. We should get him on the air.
His name is John Syrup?
John Syrup, yep.
Syrup? Is that like
and he was on Rachel Ray. Are you
like
a contributor to Rachel Ray now, John? I'm not too sure.
Is that his adult film name, John Syrup? I mean, what
SIERP. Syrup.
Syrup. Souk, we got all that coming up. Election day's coming up, but we don't talk politics on this show. You know
just
that.
Vote.
We just go vote, and I still have my I have the mail-in ballots sitting on our island, and every time I go to my wife, I said, "Should we fill them in now?" She's like, "I don't know. Let's just wait."
What does she think's going to happen? You have a time limit, do you have, or you could do it? Oh yeah, anytime before November 3rd, right?
Yeah, it's insane. You know, it's one of those ballots where you just. I'm looking for Yeezy on there. I couldn't find him.
I was looking for Yeezy too. I thought he was leading. I thought he was already redecorating. You know what I mean?
I got a couple funny things to show you before we get to Tara.
Funny news. I want funny news.
Got some funny things for you. Here's a funny one that I found. If you put women's hair on Michael Myers, you get Mariah Carey. Isn't that funny?
That's funny. That does look like Mariah Carey in some weird way.
How about this one, Souk? 15 best things about our pubic schools.
Oh my God. SouthBendOn.com.
Missing a little L there, I believe.
Yeah, South Bend. What's going on?
Yeah. How about this one? Notice we guarantee fast service no matter how long it takes.
Too funny.
I like that one. How about this for mask creativity, Souk? A little zipper down the middle.
Can I tell you something that is kind of funny? And that's like every man's dream, right? If his head could drink, that'd be his happy place. If the little head and the big head could do the same thing at the same time, can you imagine?
What about this one? I'll be back in 10 minutes. If I'm not, just read this message again.
Keep reading the message.
That's a good one, right?
That's
How
funny.
about why am I the only naked person at this gender reveal party?
That's funny.
Couple more. Let's see. Irony is getting pregnant on a pull-out couch.
That is good.
Nice, right? And let's see. We got this one. 2020. It was the scariest thing I could think of.
That's a good one.
And then there was one more. This guy, Reagan Beagle. I'm not running. Just wanted my name on a sign.
I love that.
So didn't you get pregnant on a pull-out couch?
It was a waterbed.
Oh, waterbed. All right.
Remember those waterbeds back in the 70s?
Had a waterbed.
My dad's friend used to have a waterbed, and I swear to you, we used to love, my brothers and I, we all used to love going over his house because it was the only, we'd jump into his master bedroom. He was like a bachelor. Can you imagine what we would have found, back in the day? Because no one cared about kids back in the day.
Waterbeds they're so cheesy now, right? Did they even
Are
make
they?
them?
Are they? Do they make waterbeds still?
I don't know, Souk. My wife would get seasick if we fooled around on a waterbed.
Did you ever take your wife to the Pocono Mountains where you can make love in a champagne glass
with the bubbles at the Pocono?
Would you do that? Would you do that?
I would have done it back when. Right now, I don't think I would, and it's probably a cesspool of COVID.
Ooh. At the Neverly, there's so much to do. Remember that?
That's in the Catskills. That was the Neverly in the Catskills.
That's right.
What was the one for the Poconos, though? What was the oh, beautiful.
Mount
That was it. Come sit in a cesspool-filled champagne glass.
Cesspool full of
Sook, we got Tara Hacks ready to go. She's coming on. Our
Tara.
Her agent spoke of our agents, and there was a lot of negotiations. Let me show you Tara real quick, a little sample of her work, and we're coming right back.
All she wants is someone to hold her. She wants someone to love, and all she wants is someone to love. And all she wants is someone to hold her. She just wants to be loved. She 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 wants to be loved.
She just wants to be loved, Suki. That's all she wants. Tara Hack, ladies and gentlemen. Hi, Tara.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
Oh, we're so excited to have you.
No, look at that cool studio. You got the mic with the echo going. I like it.
Thank you.
I love it. So listen, a lot of your songs I know are about life and love, right? And loving people and being loved. Suki and I were talking about this before we came on the air. You have such an interesting story.
Oh, thank you.
Just, how you got into music. I was reading it was your father who kind of gave you some quick advice and it turned your life around, right?
Yeah. Oddly enough, he saw people performing in Penn Station and he said, why don't you do that? Most dads, I feel like, would be like, don't do that.
Yeah, right.
Like, don't do that. So I said, all right. And then I started doing that. And I met, I actually met you through that as well before, because Sid Rosenberg heard me perform. He had me on a couple of times and we ended up doing that show.
We met at the Bernie and Sid comedy show.
Yeah, Night of Comedy, yeah.
What a character, Sid Rosenberg. Now, Tara, be honest. When Sid walked up to you, be completely honest here.
Okay.
What God's green earth were you thinking? Was he like, Tara, I love you. You're amazing.
Yeah, I think he was on the phone.
Show. I need you on it.
Yeah, I think he was on the phone. I thought I was interrupting him, but he came up to me and he was like, you're great. I like put the phone. I was like, you're great. I want to have you on. And then that's how we started talking. But yeah, he was a cool dude.
That's funny. We had Sid on back before the summer, and I think half our audience loved him, half our audience wanted to hang him from a tree. Because because he's.
I love him, so
we love him too. But listen, Sid's one of those political guys, and he's got his views on the way of the world. But that's why he's a successful radio guy.
Sure. Yeah. I treat life like the dinner table, no religion, no politics. So just
I love that. Yeah. Good.
A Facebook life.
That. Yeah.
Dinner table.
Listen, with the cut that we just heard, She Wants to Be Loved, getting some serious airplay on Sirius XM.
Yeah. Yes. It's exciting. It's been a lot of fun, and I can't wait to see what else happens.
Are you surprised? Because we all have Sirius in our, we all subscribe to it. So
yeah,
where is it on Velvet? Where can I hear it on?
Yes, on Velvet and on the Loft as well.
I love the Loft. Okay, all right.
Yeah, Meg Griffin. Yeah.
All right.
Suki has sexy time to the Loft, I believe.
I do. I love that.
Oh, maybe I know. I'll see you there.
I love.
She just wants to be loved.
Sarah, doesn't every woman? I mean, come on, or every person. Tell us about the inspiration for that song, though, because it's so beautiful.
Yeah, I've been very thankful. I never had a situation, but a lot of my friends, I know that they have gone through some things and just kind of, guys not wanting to know them for them and wanting them for a certain thing, and just seeing these beautiful souls kind of being, taking advantage of in that way. Not every guy's like that. And I just wanted to kind of write a song for somebody. I'm thinking of a young, teenage girl in high school going, I don't have to do that. Or whoever it is, but that was kind of the purpose of the song.
Listen, it's like, there's so many men like Scott you meet along the way, and you're like, God, I just need you to love me, but you won't. You won't love me, Scotty.
I love everybody.
Thank you for the song, Scott.
I love everybody. You know that. So listen, Tara, before you play, when you the first couple times you played at Penn Station, and some people really just have their heads down, they'll walk right by you. Other people will stop and listen. Other people will throw you a couple bucks. What were you nervous? What was that like for you, just playing in front of, there's hundreds of thousands of people who walk by.
Yeah. Honestly, that was probably the least I've ever been nervous, just because everybody's doing their own thing. So you're kind of just set up. It's normal in New York.
Right.
To, that's not the weirdest thing going on, believe it or not, in the subways. So
it's true. So true.
I love it. Well, go ahead, Sue. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, like, when you follow your dad's voice, your inner voice, and you follow your dad's kind of direction, hasn't led you wrong, obviously. What did you think? Did you think, what next? Like, or was this like the beginning of an opening that led to so many more doors?
Yeah, I mean, kind of. Yeah, it became about just having to jump in, and I've always been kind of the one who's I don't know, and my parents are actually the ones who are like, keep doing it. So, yeah, it's brought me here, and I am very thankful for that, and SiriusXM, and thankful for that. So we'll see what happens next, but I'm just riding the wave.
Oh, I love it. Well, Tara, listen, we're going to talk some more, but I want you to sing a tune for us.
Sure. I was waiting for you to choose me, to choose us. You say you'd always turn the car around, except the last time you walked out. Except the last time you walked out. I know it's easy for you to convince yourself I'm the one to blame. So you build and you twist, just a story firmly the same. Just a story firmly the same. And all my friends keep telling me I should just move on. I should just let go, let go, let go. Let go, let go, let go of you. Let go, let go, let go of you. But I cannot seem to. No, I cannot seem to. Nothing kills like your silence. And you act like you never meant it. Am I supposed to just forget it? And everybody says just get over it, over it, over it, over it. But I don't want someone else's best, so I want it difficult. I should just let go, let go, let go. Let go, let go, let go of you. Let go, let go, let go of you. But I cannot seem to. No, I cannot seem to. What a difference a year can make. Bitterness need a spray. All the memories fade away when they turn to yesterday. Let go, let go, let go. 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 Let go, let go, let go of you. Let go, let go, let go of you. But I cannot seem to. No, I cannot seem to. No, I cannot seem to.
Wow.
Very nice.
Oh, thank you very much. I love you.
Tara, when did you first pick up the guitar?
Oh, I don't know. I kind of picked it up kind of like jokingly almost, just so I can sing with it. So it's been a couple of years since I've been playing, I think, seriously.
Wow.
I love it.
That all
Lefty, I
happened.
know. A little Paul McCartney Lefty going on right there.
Yeah, you know, people don't usually pick up on that, so that's kind of cool that
I
you did.
like that.
Thank you.
So you, I was reading an article, Tara, and you had said in the article that you kind of, when you were a young kid, you kind of used to dance around and sing to like all the classic stuff, right?
Yeah, my parents were like, these are like my parents' music, and I just loved it. You know, Bing Crosby, Frank Sinatra, Billy Joel obviously was huge in the house because of Long Island, but yeah, a little bit of everything.
I love it, man. I love it. And where are you now? You look like you're in like a little studio.
Yeah,
I am. Yeah, so this is it's audio workstation. This is a studio I use sometimes, and it has a great live room. And since you know this is the new normal, I had to find a spot. So this is the spot.
Yeah, this is the new normal. I thought you were like, yeah, this is my bedroom. It's just the
Yeah, it's my basement. No, I wish. I wish.
But that would be such a good setup.
We need microphones like that, Sue.
I know. I was kind of looking at it because I was like feeling a lot of mic envy. I was feeling
mic envy. I like that.
That's great. Tara, are there, you know, when you started playing, were there covers and groups that you kind of emulated, or a certain singer that you were trying to emulate when you first started out?
Yeah, well, I loved Michelle Branch and Avril Lavigne, and those were kind of who I tried to sing like, and then John Mayer I was into. But like I said, it's been like everything, so I couldn't really pinpoint. You know, the Beatles, Rod Stewart, you know, Bob Marley, like just to name a couple. So.
Oh my God! When my older daughter was younger, I remember all I used to hear was, "She said, see you later, boy." She said, "She's a later boy." That wasn't good enough for me.
My friend won a concert to see Aaron Carter. And for whatever reason, yeah, I made a tape of me performing Skater Boy. I don't know why, because he didn't sing that song. But I gave that. I was like, this is my chance. We're going to meet him. And I hope he lost that, like in a move somewhere, because it's terrible. But Skater Boy was my jam, yeah.
Right. It was Skater Boy, SK, and the number 8.
Yes.
I remember on the Apple
cool.
Music. I'm like, I can't listen to this anymore.
So talk to me about like just, you know, here you are growing up on Long Island. Your father tells you to go to Penn Station. You're a singer. You're a songwriter. Obviously, this is innately a talent that's all your own. Your voice is your own. Your music is your own. With this current world that we live in with music, where does it go? Do you just you put out your stuff independently, or do you still look for labels?
Spotify.
Yeah, I'm curious.
Yeah, it's different. I think it's always changing, and you have to kind of always think of a new thing. But yeah, it's really like going viral, or your Instagram or your Facebook or your Spotify. And
really, wow.
And, I have some good people. I was very lucky to meet some great people to help me out that have some experience. So that's always obviously helpful, but not always something that everybody can have. So. But yeah,
I love it.
I don't know. When I figure it out fully, I'll let you know.
No. I mean, like, you know, She Wants to Be Loved is such a, I mean, it resonates. Like the theme of it is like something that so many people can relate to. And, you know, it cuts you in all different ways because you're like, oh, and the soulfulness of your voice is just so beautiful. Beautiful.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Tat, could you do a little of that song? Like just maybe like the first minute of it?
Which one?
The one I played before you came on.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, She Wants to Be Loved.
She Wants to Be Loved.
I was ready to break out Skater Boy. I was like, I haven't done it in a while.
Oh, no, you
I tried to block that song out.
Now you got to do it.
Angel among us tries, but she can't quite fit in. She stands there with bleach blonde hair and a tan skin, swimming in a sea of sin.
takes, that body shouldn't go to waste. Gotta know how those pretty lips taste. Tonight she'll lay empty in his bed, under the weight of her latest mistake. All she wants someone to hold her. She wants someone to love, and all she wants someone to know her. She just wants to be alone.
Nice.
Hope that was as much as you wanted.
That is so haunting, that
That's a
song.
great voice. Wow.
Very
Thank
haunting.
you so much.
Great voice. Our audience is just loving it. All right, listen, I need a little skater boy now that you threw
Oh
it
my
out.
gosh. Oh no, I don't know. Is it fine? I think that's as much as I remember.
She was a girl. She was a boy.
I told you it didn't go well.
You know, all I've been listening to right now is Billy Joel radio. I don't know what's going on with me, but that's all I listen to. And I'm listening to, you know what I love about singer-songwriters? I love the story behind the story of writing the song and those moments. And
Yeah.
that's the stuff that you're like, oh wow, that's deep.
Yeah.
Like you like a song sometimes more because of the story, right?
Exactly.
Like, oh, that's dope. Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
we did a whole John Lennon night last week for his 80th birthday,
Oh, nice.
and we had Toby Lightman was on, and she sang Instant
I saw
Karma.
that. Yeah, she was
And
great.
and she said, and I'd never seen this, but she said that's like has the record for the fastest song ever written, recorded, and got out to the radio.
Oh, wow.
In history, right? Souk, what'd she say? Like 10 days?
That's what she said. It was the fast 10 days.
Yeah.
Boom, 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 recorded, released, and on the radio, and already climbing the charts, apparently.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
All right. So,
But
Cal, listen, if you had to sing a cover for $1 million, which one would it be?
God. Well, I don't know for $1 million, but I have a cover for you.
Go ahead, which one?
$1 million.
If you win a contest, the contest
If you
for
want
$1
to give me $1
million.
million, that's fine too. I was gonna do "Sky Full of Stars" by Coldplay.
Ooh, I love
great.
that. What a
Great
song.
Cool.
What a song.
You're a sky full of stars. I'm gonna give you my heart. 'Cause you're a sky full of stars. You know you light up the path. I don't care, go on and tear me apart. I don't care if you do. Ooh, ooh. In the sky full of stars. Think I saw you. You're a sky full of stars. I wanna die in your heart. 'Cause you get lighter the more it gets dark. I'm gonna give you my heart. I don't care, go on and tear me apart. I don't care if you do. Ooh, ooh. In the sky full of stars. Think I saw you. so much.
Chris
Coldplay
Martin
is
just
one of my
Chris Martin
favorites.
just called. He's
Oh
crying.
God, I hope so.
Tara, listen, you've got some you got some new music coming out next year, I understand, right?
Do yeah, actually Friday, and like every few weeks we're releasing some stuff on Spotify. So
Oh, nice. So this Friday you have something coming
yeah,
out.
January I have a song coming out with Ryan Cabrera. So
my gosh,
that'll be
wow.
fun. Yeah, I'm super excited about that. But yeah, so this Friday there's a song coming out on Spotify, and
What's it called?
it's called Not My Wedding, but I Was There.
Not
I like
my
that.
wedding, but I was there. I like it.
You know, because sometimes you just are.
And that's on coming out on Spotify. Yeah, sometimes you just
Yeah.
there. I love it.
You know,
And where could because all of our viewers are just loving your voice and your songs.
Oh,
Where can
thank you.
they? Where is it? All Tara Hack Music?
Tara Hack Music. Yeah, you can go to tarahack.com. Tara Hack Music on Instagram, and Tara Hack on Spotify.
Beautiful.
Thank
I
you so
love it.
much.
Tara, one of these days, Suki and I always say it when things are back to normal, we're going to have a Suki and Scott talent night, and
Kind of like what Sid did. Yeah.
Excellent.
with our comedians and singers and magicians. Everybody's coming, and you will be there, my
Oh,
friend.
thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Thank you
So
very much.
super
Best of
talented,
luck. And you
Tara.
come back. You
Thank
come
you.
back. All right.
I'd love to.
So
Thank you.
beautiful.
Tara.
Haunting voice.
Thank
Good
you.
luck.
Tara
Suki.
Hack
Thank you so
Music,
much.
everybody. She's so
Wow.
cute, isn't she? She's so cute too. Like
She actually
pretty.
she reminds me of somebody, Suk, and I know the actress, but I couldn't think of her name. When she was singing, she reminded me of remember the movie Wedding Crashers? Did you see Wedding Crashers?
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to.
Hold on, I'm going to tell you real quick because now I have to. She's a very pretty famous actress. I'm going to tell you. Hold on.
I don't know. Like
Wedding
Crashers.
Crashers
Huh.
cast. Let me pull it up real quick. You'll know who she. Rachel McAdams. That's it.
Oh, she reminds you of Rachel McAdams. Okay.
Yeah, her face kind of reminded me of Rachel McAdams. But boy, Suki, all the talent we have on this show, they're all so good.
Can I tell you something? Everybody is, like using this time to create, like really do some amazing things to kind of communicate their messages, whatever their messages are. It is just so impressive. And we just love being the conduit, putting it out there for other people to kind of, latch onto.
Imagine how like Johnny Carson felt when guys like Seinfeld and all these big comedians and young actors came onto their show and they went on to be big stars. And you're like, oh, he was on my show first. I found him.
Or or when you see somebody and you're like, wow, that person's going, you feel something.
If you said to me, listen, we got to put together a show with 3 of our best singers that we've had on, I don't even know who I'd pick.
We've had so many, right? So many really good. So many good ones.
It's unbelievable. Well, Suk, you know who we got coming up next?
Let's do it.
We got the man, the myth, the legend. He goes by one name, Suk. One name only. You know what that name is?
Mm-hmm.
It's Clemenza.
We're right back at you again. Clemenza out here with my partner Sue, the Culinary Carnival. We're going to do another live video. My partner today made this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful pulled pork. Her and I collaborated on the recipe. She did the execution beautiful. Look at that. Just look at that. Look at the bark on that. So what we did was, we're doing an Italian pulled pork. So basically, rosemary, garlic, oregano, salt, pepper, a little bit of sugar, a couple other things we'll never tell anybody. But just look at that. Take a look at that, man. Look how beautiful that is. You can smoke meat like that in a f***ing smoker, in a $100,000 smoker, in a barbecue joint, in f***ing your sister's ass, anywhere. But look how beautiful that is. That's a beautiful, just watch. Look at the meat. Watch. Look at that. Look how it just falls apart, right apart. Beautiful. So we're going to do a little simple Italian pork sandwich. We ain't got much to do. And we're getting much in the house because we're in the middle of a nationwide pandemic. We got a couple of things. We got these beautiful pepper dews with gorgonzola and fresh herb, and we're gonna do just a little sandwich. Look at this beautiful loaf of semolina bread meat. La, 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 la. Beautiful, yeah. I gotta drink more pina coladas when I film videos.
That is hysterical.
Suk, let's bring him on. The man, the myth, the legend. He's got 2 cameras. I don't know which one. Hold on, I'm gonna take. Let's take this one off for a second. There we go. Chef Clemenza.
How you doing? I got to tell you guys right off the bat, I love you guys. I've watched you guys many times, and I am very grateful and thank you to have me on. And you know you're a fat guy when you get hungry watching your own cooking videos.
I was looking at that going, that's delicious.
Yeah, I mean, I'm watching that again. I'm like, wow, I wish I had that right now with a loaf of Italian bread. Like, forget it.
Chef, you know, I went through a couple of YouTube videos, and I'm like, oh man, now I got to run it through and put the little beeps in. But you listen, I don't. The thing is, we play the curses all the time. I don't know if sometimes Facebook will mute you if you curse. So that's dude, it was. I felt like I was watching, like, you know, Vito Corleone's personal chef cooking for me on your video.
Get a shot of this real quick. This is the actual tattoo I got. This is my little gangster chef tattoo with the Tommy gun and the Hell's Kitchen logo right there.
I love it.
I mean, you know, it's just look, I grew up in the streets of Brooklyn and Staten Island. I talk like I'm right off of Brooklyn. I'm very well educated. But you know, it's just, you know, growing up where I grew up, if you said yes sir and no sir, you get the crap beat out of you. So I mean, it's just my attitude, my persona. People take me the wrong way sometimes, but you know what? I really don't care. This is who I am.
Exactly. You're from New York. This is who I am.
Exactly.
Chef Clemenza, you know, let's go back to the fictional character, you know, Peter Clemenza in, of course, The Godfather.
Yeah, Clemenza.
Let's talk about that. I mean,
you know, when people come up to me and they say the line, leave the gun, take the cannolis. Like I've never heard that before. I've heard that for 47 friggin' years. At least come up with something original. Like leave the meatball, you know, leave the gun, take the meatballs. You know, that's what I have my food truck, which I'm going to show you guys in a little while. You know, I have some fantastic balls that fit, you know, one of the best meatballs you're ever going to eat. And I'm going to show you that, guys, in a little while. But
all right, excellent.
Chef,
what are we making?
Before we get into all this stuff, let's go back to, you know, Hell's Kitchen on Fox, because that's where, you know, everybody got to know you around the world. And basically, what's her name? Christina Wilson won that year. She got to go be right at what's his name? Gordon Ramsay's steak place in Vegas.
Yep.
Let me ask you, if you had won, right, and you got to get that gig, I mean, what would that have been like for you?
I tell you the truth. My whole plan was to win it and turn it down.
Oh,
and
really?
at the time, I was cocky and I didn't want to really work for anybody. And, you know, and I love Christina to death. And she's amazing. She's an amazing person, an amazing chef, very talented. But, you know, you're going out there and you're kind of being the face of Hell's Kitchen. And you're not really the chef, because Kevin Heaney was a chef. And Chris moved up through the ranks. And now she runs Gordon Ramsay, a lot with Gordon Ramsay.
Right.
But, you know, I got to the point in my career after 30 years of working at Tribeca Grill and working for Robert De Niro and was De Niro's personal chef and cooking for celebrities. And I didn't want to work for anybody anymore. You know, I wanted to kind of do my own thing. And I wanted to kind of prove to myself that I was still capable of hanging with the younger chefs and the more innovating chefs. And, you know, I held my own, man. Oddly enough, I got booted off on Italian night, which is still.
I was going to say, you got lost on Italian night.
Listen, Scott, don't stop. I got put off on Italian night. Let me tell you something. When that happened, my Facebook page, my social media, everywhere blew up. I mean, I had people come up to me in the street and said, how the hell do you get put off on an Italian night? You're a disgrace to the Italians. And I had people loving me and saying, oh, my God, you should have won. I mean, it's just bizarre. People don't realize, like, there's nothing fake about it. It's all real.
Yeah.
But it's television, and it is reality.
Yeah.
And me getting put off on Italian night made for great television, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, you figure, yeah, you're a guy from Brooklyn, Staten Island, Italian American getting booed off is perfect. But I wanted to know, what did you think about Gordon Ramsay? Like, is he like really like that? Is he really?
All right, so I got to tell you this, and he's one of the greatest guys you ever wanted to meet. There's a lot of stuff that don't make camera. You guys know from being in the business. You know, you film this gets cut. You know, unfortunately, you guys are more live. But, I mean, when things get edited, I mean, you see him yelling. And I'm exactly like him. I mean, I will give you the shirt off my back. I will show you. I will teach you. When you're cranking out 400 dinners, I don't have time to tell you where the friggin' salt and pepper go. Like, stop. If you don't know this, get the fuck out of my kitchen. Like, you know, and it's just crazy because people don't realize that. People think, like, this is happening live and it's, you know, it's happening. I'm like, this is all filmed 6 months ago. And when you're putting out dinner for 600 people and you're in a kitchen where, you know, the dishwasher's in the bathroom and the hot water's not working, these things actually really happen. These are things that actually happen on the show. And they do a lot of this on purpose. And you see a lot of him yelling and screaming, but he's the nicest guy in the world. And it was funny because I got to go on 24 Hours of Hell and Back, and I was in the audience. And it was an episode in Jersey, and I'm sitting there and I'm eating dinner, and, you know, it was pouring rain out. So they bring the TV in. They're like, you know, they're showing the chef yelling at the waitress and sticking his finger in the food. And everybody's going, ooh, and ah, and ee, you know. And I'm standing there and I'm watching this, and I'm like, as soon as the camera goes off and the TV goes off and the room gets completely quiet, I'm like, what a friggin' moron. And the whole room just erupts and turns around and looks at me. Gordon turns around and he goes, what did you say, sir? And I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, sir? I'm like, I was on your show for friggin' 10 weeks. So he says, you're right, he is a friggin' moron. So it ends and he's going to walk away. And I'm like, I'm all types of heartbroken and upset. I'm like, this guy just called me sir and didn't remember me. So out of nowhere, he turns around and he goes, Clemenza, let's get the frig over here. He goes, what'd you think? Of course I remember you. He gives me a hug. He starts talking to me. He's like, how you doing? He thanked me for coming out. He shook my hand. We were BSing for a little bit. And he really is just an all-around hell of a guy. You know, and he really, but again, do not piss this man off.
Yeah.
He's like the British gangster, like, you know what? He's like a British mob guy. Like, you don't want to piss this guy off. I'm afraid he might whack me over the head with a friggin' saute pan or something. He's out of his mind. But he's a hell of a nice guy.
I love it. Chef, I was reading an article about you, and you said being on a show like that with the lights and the cameras and the pressure, you really learn a lot about yourself. So what did you learn about yourself on that show?
All right, I'm going to tell you a quick little funny story. So when they set the shot for elimination or the beginning of the show, they have 14 or 17 chefs standing. And of course, they stick the fat guy underneath this giant heat lamp. So now this is season 10, episode 1. I got this giant lamp beaming down on the side of my head. The chef coat's literally like a tablecloth wrapped around me. I'm pouring with sweat. I have a towel in my head. So I keep turning off camera to wipe the sweat off my head. And I suck in a fuzzball. And I start coughing. And now I start having a panic attack because I'm coughing on live TV. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm joking. And now all of a sudden, like, Clemenza, he's like, are you okay? You're having a heart attack. And I'm like, now they cut to the scene and they make like an ambulance coming. But, you know, even from that to learn, you know, because that was really embarrassing for me. At that moment, I was devastated. I was like, oh my God. But to be able to bounce back from that situation and persevere and, you know, and at that time, and I'll get into this for a few minutes if you don't mind, at that time was the demise of the beginning of my crash of my health. I was 300-something pounds.
Wow.
I was overweight. I'm still slightly, I was still overweight. I fell. I had problems with my legs. And it was hard for me. You learn to push through it and fight through it. And the things look, I knew how to cook and you learn some recipes, but there's really nothing, you know, majorly culinary that I took away from that because I had 27 years experience. I knew more than some of them did, actually.
Yeah.
But you do learn some stuff. And as a chef, you're always learning new recipes and new things and new techniques and new ways. But you learn what you're capable of. And to realize that, you know, you can push through, you know, being depressed and being overweight. I mean, look, let me tell you something. Right after that, I was a rising star. And you know, I get a little choked up. I mean, I battled a lot of things in my life. When I was younger, I had an addiction problem. You know, my father and mother got split up. We were literally in the streets. You know, so I turned to drugs. You know, I wasn't a bad kid, but I tried to hustle and make money, and I got caught. And I paid my time. You know, I went to rehab. I had no shame in that. And I bounced back from all of that. I got into the culinary world. That took me away. You know, cooking food and making people happy became my new addiction, my new passion. Wow. And I forgot all the BS, and I got into a whole other world of things. I'm like, all right, here I am. I'm doing good. You know, it's 20 years. I'm clean. I'm straight. I'm on a rise.
Wow, awesome.
And then I fall. And I tore the labrum in my hip. I fractured my coccyx bone. I was told I couldn't walk for a year. I was getting all sorts of offers for TV, and I couldn't do anything. And I got depressed. They had me on pills. And I blew up to 480 pounds.
Wow.
I was a house. I was a half a ton. And I got a call to go back and do the All-Star season at Hell's Kitchen and to do como se dice in Inglés, the chop, which I've been dying to get on. And I couldn't do it. I had to turn it down. I literally, from that day, you know, I started crying. I threw my phone. I literally got up, got my girlfriend. I'm like, listen, make an appointment with the doctor for the surgery. I got up. I literally went to the pool every day in the gym with a cane, couldn't walk, forced myself every day to walk. Dropped about 30, 40 pounds, went to get the gastric sleeve. And it was funny, and this is a true story. The doctor said, you know, there's a couple of options for you. You can get the bypass or the sleeve. And with a straight face, I looked at him. I said, Doctor, sleeve. I said, I'm 480 pounds. You better give me the whole friggin' shirt. I'm like, I didn't know what he was talking about. I'm like, what's his sleeve? I'm like, and I wound up losing 180 pounds.
Wow.
And, you know, I'm the most healthy I've been in my life. I still got a good 50 pounds to drop, but with this whole quarantine thing, you know, there's nothing to do and nowhere to go. I kind of stood stagnant with that. You know, I couldn't go to the gym. I tried to walk, but I was kind of afraid to be outside. Even, you know, you don't know what's going on. But, you know, and it was one of the most incredible, happy, miserable, all wrapped up in one things that I've ever been through. Because you'll meet some amazing people along the journey. You'll meet some of the most, you know, heartfelt people and some of the most cruel people. And you know, and the point of that whole thing is, you know, someone being me who grew up on the streets and was overweight with an addiction problem. I'm standing here today saying, F you. I'm straight. I lost weight. I had a quick battle with cancer years ago. Got some issues now and things. And I fight through it every day. And I'm, you know, and it's days that are still hard. And, you know, but I'm happy. I'm doing my thing. I'm back in the kitchen, you know, and it sucks because this whole Corona thing, I can't get my food truck out and festivals and things.
Yeah.
But still every day I wake up and I try to do the most I can do. And for me, cooking for people and seeing the smile on their faces saying, hey, you just made my birthday party the best experience, or my wedding. And it was just, it's for me, that's what makes me happy.
Listen, you are an inspiration. The fact that you're from Staten Island, I think I love you a little bit more.
I'm telling you.
and quite frankly, I need to know what's in that pot in front of you. I'm
going to make a meatball sundae for you guys. And basically, this is one of my signature things on my food truck. So I'm going to run you through a quick meatball. And, you know, I do it a different way for the food truck, and I do it a certain way. And there's only certain things I can show you on camera because, unfortunately, people try to steal my ideas. And I'm like, at least if you're going to steal my meatball idea, at least do a good job at it. But if you're going to both my idea, at least do a good job. So
how much
you guys in meatball, I'm going to show you this, and I guarantee you these are going to be the best looking balls you ever saw in your life.
Wait, Chef, who's that?
Balls. I've seen some good balls.
Wait, I got good looking balls too, Chef.
I heard you did too, Scott. I heard that about you. They, you know, before
wait,
the show, they said that Scott's got great balls.
Who's standing
But
up on
right,
your,
so
who's on your kitchen counter with that camera?
That's Butchie over there.
Butchie, you're up there.
Butchie.
I'm here.
You know what we call Butchie balls.
Oh,
yeah, you know, Butchie had a meatball Sunday before we even freaking filmed. I had to make it one first.
Of course he did.
Right?
Of course he did. So Clemenza,
look, I'm
what are you putting in there,
guys? And I'm going to show you, but I'm going to show you the end result. All right, so look. Normally, when I do meatballs, it's ground pork, ground veal, ground beef. But because of food truck world, I just do beef because who don't want pork? Who don't want this? Who don't want that? So check it out. I got a pound of ground beef. To that, I'm going to add 1 egg. I'm going to add a little breadcrumb. Now, what I did was I took some stale Italian bread, literally, and I soaked it in milk, and I'm going to put some of that in there. Now, the trick to any good meatball, no matter what, go out. Look, if you got that Kraft grated cheese, that green thing in your refrigerator, throw it out, get rid of it. It's garbage. Go out, spend yourself $8, $10, $12 a pound on some good Lucatelli Romano. So the whole trick is grated cheese. Okay, I put a little bit of granulated onion and granulated garlic in my meatball. If you don't like it, don't eat it. But I stopped putting the fresh garlic too for the food truck. And people are like, it's garlicky and blah, 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 blah. But I do sneak a little bit of this in. The trick too is when you're doing anything with grated cheese, do not add too much salt. But I will add just a pinch of salt, a little black pepper, and one of the main keys to doing a great meatball, and there's actually a culinary term, it's a shit pile of parsley. Not a tablespoon, it's not a cup, it's a shit pile of fresh parsley, egg, breadcrumb, and you mix it together. I'm not going to mix it with my hands, but I have some already rolled that we did. Once you got that all mixed together, we got some meatballs rolled over here. So now we're going to just fry these up real quick, okay? We got those going right in the fryer, in our pan. All right, let's get that temperature up a little bit. I'm going to throw, instead of putting garlic in the meatballs, I throw a little bit of garlic in the pan. We'll get those fried. Now, once those are fried and done, what I do is I throw them in my sauce. And there's a whole, I'm not even going to get into the whole, is it gravy, is it sauce? Because that I can go on forever. And it's Sunday gravy, it's regular sauce. But after you fry your balls, you throw them in your tomato sauce. And then you let them cook for a couple of hours. And I came up with this thing one day. I was like, I was eating something. I think it was my uncle's restaurant in Virginia. And make me something different. I saw the ricotta. We had some meatballs we just made. And me being me, I was like, all right, what can I do that's different? So I just came up with this. And as I'm doing it, I said, holy shit, this looks like a friggin' ice cream sundae. So check this out. We're going to take one of our meatballs. Right, I'm not a fact, we'll bang out 2 of them.
Wow.
That way somebody can eat a few of them. All right, so you got your meatball, my little meatball sundae cup, right?
Those look
where
good.
it gets really beautiful.
Looks good.
Oh, check this out. But you get up close in this.
Oh,
we're going to put some ricotta.
Oh, my God.
Like it's some ice cream, right?
Wow. Oh, my
Forget
God.
about it. Well, let's get a little crazy over here. Whoops. Let's get rid of that. Let's get a little ricotta there. Now, normally I have an ice cream scooper, but me being me, I forget everything. So, check that out. So that's the ricotta to look like the ice cream. A cherry tomato to look like the cherry.
Oh, wow.
We're going to hit it with a little shaved Parmesan cheese.
Wow.
Again, when have you seen a pair of balls like that ever? Come on, look how beautiful.
I love that.
All right?
That looks good, Sue.
We're going to hit it with a little
parsley.
black pepper.
Okay.
Black pepper to look like sprinkles. I was going to hit it with some parsley, but I'm afraid I don't have too much more. A little parsley. And here's where it gets interesting. A little balsamic glaze to look like the chocolate syrup.
Oh, wow.
Now, you wouldn't think that would go, but
No.
oddly enough,
No, I wouldn't.
Oddly enough, it goes tremendously. And check that out, man. Look at that. Forget about it. Let's get that straight down.
Delicious. That's an
Look at
ice
that.
cream meatball sundae. Oh, my God. Butchie,
Now, the funny
eat
thing is,
it.
when people see that, they don't know what it is. And then once they find out what it is, it goes viral in every food truck fair that I do.
That is delicious.
You guys want a meatball over there?
Who wants it? They got to taste it. They got to taste it for us.
Come on, let's show them this.
I want to see it. I want to see
Hold that.
Okay, I want to see the
Meatball Sundays go on. You let me know how it is in a few minutes.
They're eating it right
But that's
now.
one of my signature dishes. I mean, where do you seriously? Have you ever seen a pair of balls that nice?
I've seen a few.
Hold on, Chef. Let me take a look.
They
No,
look
listen,
delicious, though.
So, all right. So I
that
do that
looks
on my
good.
food truck, and if you guys don't mind, I have my partner Sue out in Jersey. We got the food truck lit up. Unfortunately, she wasn't feeling too well, and she's fine, but we don't want to take no chances with anything, Plus, going back and forth to far away.
Chef. She's in the green room. I was wondering who
Yes,
that
we're going
was.
to get her on. She's going to show you our food truck. She's going to show you more about balls that we do. And she's an amazing, let me tell you something. She's the female version of me. Her and I, when we're together, it's like a giant.
Oh, yeah.
We roll
Hold
up
on,
with a
I'm gonna bring
10-foot
her in.
cart. There's like 20 Italians roll up. We blast Sinatra. We got loud phones, megaphones. We play music. I'm dancing on tables. We're throwing balls everywhere. She's completely awesome. I love her to death. If you don't mind bringing her on, we'll show you what the food truck looks like.
Look, we're showing it. We're showing it.
Wow.
Sue, turn the camera sideways, Sue. Turn it sideways.
The other way. Perfect.
There you go.
Oh, look at the truck. Chef Clemenza, look at the truck. It looks amazing. Look at that.
Wow. Look, if I showed you guys the before picture, at 2 o'clock in the morning, I hear boom outside my house. I'm like, it's the moron crashed. I wake up in the morning, I go outside, and sure enough, it's my car they crashed into. So I bring the car to the body shop, and I see this food truck sitting there. I'm like, all right, I'll give the guy $2,000. I'll steal this thing. It was all rusted sitting there. So the guy says, give me $500, get it off my property. I start wheeling the thing up the block. I'm like, Sue, get here quick with the truck. I got us a new truck. Boom. We gutted this thing. Her and I were outside scrubbing, power washing. We redid this from top to bottom, and her and I built that. I think it's a cute looking truck. We do some amazing food.
How you
so
doing?
what do you got over there? She's got some rice balls over there too. She made some other stuff we usually make. But I mean, look, that's in her backyard. We can roll that up for any party into any backyard. Imagine us rolling up with that and letting you taste our balls and meatballs and sausage and peppers and lobster grilled cheese and Krabby Cakes and Italian hot dogs, and it's crazy.
Love
Chef,
it.
if somebody wants to do that and rent that out with you, how do they get a hold of you?
Very simple. Just go on one of my Facebook pages, the Chef Clemenza Caserta Jr., the Culinary Carnival. I know how to do two things, and I'm very honest and open. I know how to get on Facebook and look at free porn. Ask me any other things, I'm not crazy. I don't know. And URLs and links and things, I don't know, man. I hit buttons, I get viruses. I don't know what I'm doing. Put me behind the kitchen, and I'll cook you to death.
Chef, you don't need Facebook for free porn. There's other sites for that. I'll talk to you off the air.
Scott, I'm going to email you after the show.
I'll give you, not that I know any, but I'll give you a few suggestions that I've heard of.
So you have a variety of balls on that truck, huh?
We have a variety of balls. Yes, we have a plethora of balls. Yeah. So also now we also do like this. We're doing here. Get a shot of this. Look at this. This is our pot of meatballs. Now this is a regular beef meatball. This is without chocolate meatball. This season, I wanted to introduce the vanilla, being a chicken meatball. So you have the regular meatball, which is brown, and the chicken meatball, which is kind of white. So we have a chocolate and vanilla. And I also do like a sundae where we do, 2 beef meatballs and a scoop of vanilla, which would be the chicken in the middle on a sundae bowl. And instead of 2 bananas, I do 2 links of sausage and a couple of scoops of ricotta.
That's like Sunday sauce. That's like Sunday dinner right there.
Listen, it's Sunday gravy. Sunday gravy.
Sunday gravy. Sorry.
What's wrong with you, Suki?
Sundays, there's a big thing between gravy and sauce, and people yeah.
So
give me 10 seconds to break that down for you real quick. Look, when you're putting meatballs and pork and braciole and what we call a gordita, which is the rolled up pig skin, and your beef for gravy, and you got a pile of meat. Once you cook that all down for 6 hours, it's no longer sauce. It becomes a dark brown, thick gravy. Like in Italy, they call it a raoul or ragu, but it doesn't look like tomato sauce anymore. It's not bright red. It's not thin. It's just thick brown. Even look at this, and this is only with a couple of meatballs.
Yeah.
Does that look like tomato sauce?
Beautiful.
Thick and brown and
it's
beautiful. I may go show it in the bathtub and then hop in there and lather myself. And I don't know why I just said that, but I mean,
Listen, don't let Butch eat any of that. He's on a strict diet.
He ate 3 meatballs already, this guy. I got 1 left. He's got the camera in one hand. He's got the meatball in the other hand like this.
Chef, listen.
Now, I know Butchie. Let me tell you, I know Butchie for many years. And Butchie's a phenomenal guy, and I thank him too for getting me. I love you. I used to watch you guys all the time, man. When he wants to say,
we love you right back. That's awesome.
Absolutely.
Thank you, bud. Now I also read before we go. I read that you'll do like a demo at a restaurant, right, where people could show up and they get a full meal from you, right?
Absolutely. Look, my partner Sue and I will do. Her and I again. She's the female version of me. I'm the male version. Her in the kitchen. I've never seen anybody that can throw down like this woman can. I mean, her and I, people don't realize, say, oh my God, you're charging $6 for a freaking meatball. Okay. But the festival's on Friday. Yeah. On Monday, Susan and I are planning and filling out paperwork and getting in. And then, Wednesdays to shop at Restaurant Depot and delivery and loading carts of stuff and boxes and pallets of stuff and, making room in freezers. And then her and I are rolling 500. We're up from 6 o'clock in the morning until 1 o'clock at night. I don't use the only thing frozen I use is a French fry or a chicken finger. Yeah. We don't even do the chicken fingers anymore. Now we bread them ourselves. But, the amount of prep work that goes into this, to have a partner that her and I can crank. I mean, we're going 14-hour days, 6 days in a row. All
right.
And it's, and you're friggin', I almost burned my balls. And
don't burn those balls.
It happens, and when you're next to someone, to have a partner like her and to have a person like her next to you, it's just, it's amazing because I've worked with many people in my life, and to have someone duplicate what you can do is worth its weight in gold. It's like hitting a lotto.
Absolutely. Listen, this is amazing. I would love to have, I think so many people are planning outdoor events, and, this is great. Like, people can get their own separate cup. You don't have to worry about, cross-contamination, all that other crap. It's fantastic.
Picture getting this, and when you go out at a little party, picture getting I'm going to make another one because I know Butchie wants another one. I see dribble coming out the side of his mouth over there. But picture getting this, going into a party and literally walking around with one of these things. You like to get to be the star of the show. Look at that. It actually looks, to me, it looks really like an ice cream sundae. I mean, that's where it came from.
Looks delicious.
That looks like a sun. Souk, when we have our Suki and Scott night, Chef Clemenza will have to be there with the truck.
Hey, listen, when you guys, I'm dead serious. I'm really that type of guy. If you guys ever want to taste any of my food, I will happily make you something, send you something, or bring you something because you know what, Scott? I feel like you need to taste my balls. I really do.
Dude, I need to taste your balls. I need to feel those balls. And I need to get those balls in my cheeks.
I love how he falls right into it with me. There's so many people go on forever with the ball jokes. But on the real, if you ever wanted to taste something, I'd be more than happy to cook for you guys out of the goodness of my heart anytime you want.
You're the best, man. You're the best. Give us one more time. Where could all these people find you?
Hey, so check us out. The Culinary Carnival is the name of our truck. I think that's our Instagram and Twitter and Flippy and Flappy. YouTube, go on my YouTube channel. Check out my YouTube channel, Chef Clemenza. You can see all my videos. Thank you, Butch, for reminding me. That's Facebook is Chef Clemenza. Look for the Culinary Carnival. Chef Clemenza Caserta Jr. You put in Chef Clemenza. I come like shit. I'm everywhere. I come up on everything.
I love it. I love it. I'll be following you. I think a lot of our friends and Facebook right now are like, great show.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Oh my goodness. Get me my hand. I never wanted my hands to touch balls like that.
I love it. I love it, Chef.
And I got to tell you seriously again, it's an honor to be on the show with you guys. I used to watch you guys all the time. I
love you.
I love it. I'm actually privileged to be on here, and I thank you so much.
How come you were never on when we were on TV in the morning? Where were you?
I don't know where I was. I was in Virginia for a while. I was everywhere. I was in Virginia. I was in the governor's mansion cooking for a little bit. Like I said, then I got hurt and I was down for about 3 years. So
listen, Rory Wright said, I haven't thought about balls so much in years.
Chef Clemenza, ladies and gentlemen. Chef, thank you so much. But we will be talking to you soon.
My pleasure. Thank you, guys. And again, wholeheartedly, thank you so much. Greatly appreciate it.
We love you.
Thank you, my
man. We love you too, man.
Thanks for your partner, too, for showing us the truck.
Thank you. Yep.
Thank you.
Take care, bud. Wow. He's amazing.
Can I tell you something? And I know I just love people that are just a show on, genuinely funny and genuinely passionate about the work that they put out to the world. You know what I mean?
That was, I'll tell you, boy, that was, but between Tara Hack's beautiful singing and Chef Clemenza, telling stories, that was a very easy show for us.
I know. Great show. Anyway, Scotty, another wonderful show. I mean, Chef Clemenza and his balls. I will not forget it.
Sook, I saw Susan Greenberg logging in on the bottom.
What is that?
I'm like, did we book somebody else that I forgot about? I'm like, oh my God, what did we do?
You're killing me. I was like, who is that? You're like,
I got some lady who got the link to log into the show.
Pam was so funny. Pam Rosenberry said he was a ball of energy, wasn't he?
Oh, yeah, he was great, Sook. He was great. So I spoke to Phil today. He was he's in the middle of like this 10-page audition for some movie that he's trying to get.
Wow, I'm so proud of him.
So he couldn't come on with us tonight, and that was it. Sook, we'll be back tomorrow night. We got another good show. I'm going to tell you who's on real quick because tomorrow night's show is really good as well. We have Summer Watson, who was supposed to be on tonight, is now on tomorrow night. She's that amazing story, opera singer, classical. She beat cancer. And a group called Bird and Julie. I'm going to introduce. I'll send you the info on these two. Yeah. Also singers. They've got a couple big things going on right now. And they're going to be on with us tomorrow night. So it'll be another good show. And you know what I try to do today?
What?
Oh, I got that app that Phil uses to sing with his headphones on.
Oh, yeah. How did that turn out?
I got the karaoke app. So I'm in my car. I can't stop playing with this thing. And I decided that I'm awful. I have an awful singing voice. And it sounds good coming out, but doesn't sound very good when you're listening to it.
So wait, this app actually records you?
Yeah, that's how Phil does it. It plays the music, the whole deal.
Oh, I gotta download it. Why don't you save some of your work so we?
Well, I think I did save one. I was trying a bunch of different songs, and it just they give you the echo and the music, and but I was just like, man, you are awful. You're awful. I even tried doing My Way, my go-to song, and it was awful.
Really?
Let me see if I saved it. I could play it real quick. I'll see.
I was going to say, you don't really sound awful when you sing. You actually sound really good. So
no, Sue, it wasn't good. It was really not good. I don't know how to get my stuff off of the app, but let me see. Hi, Dill. What you doing, babe? Say hello to Soup before we go. What are you doing?
What's up, Dilly Dog? What's doing?
Hi.
Oh, wait, here it is, Soup. Hold on. Here
Your
we
dad
go.
downloaded an app to sing. Have you heard it, Dylan?
Let's see. Let's see if I can.
Don't be scared. Your dad's a good singer.
It's awful. For some reason, here we go. Look, Sue.
Well, that was good.
Hold on. Can you hear it?
My friend, I'll say it clear.
It's so bad.
I'll state my case, of which I'm certain. I lived a life that's
I'm like, man, Phil really is very good. Listen to this.
each and every highway.
That wasn't so bad.
Oh, Lord, much more than this. I did it
Like a putz, I'm sitting in my car.
That's the part that makes me laugh. You're like sitting in your car doing this thing.
Well, give a couple more seconds.
then again. Too few to mention.
I think it's pretty good.
I did.
You have like a vibrato in your voice.
It's that they put the echo on you. It's amazing.
Without exemption, I planned each charted course.
It's good. It's not that bad, Scotty.
It's not bad, I guess. It's real. I tried some songs that were awful. Let me just hear the big part. We'll see how that came out. You got to download this, Souk. It's so funny.
Okay, I'll do it. It sounds really good. A lot of people are saying you sound pretty good.
I'm sure you knew, but I bit off more than I could chew. But through it all, when there was doubt, I ate it up and spit it out. I faced it all.
I'm losing it.
You have to go high now. You did good, Scotty. It's not so bad. It's not as bad as you think.
Oh man, listen, you got to download it, and then you and we'll do like a contest.
All right.
We'll put them up. It's so fun. But when you put your headphones on with the little microphone, like Phil has it, it's like blasting in your ear, and you got this echo, and you're like, yes, there were, and any song you want, it plays. It was unbelievable. It's so funny. I was doing Manilow. I'm like, oh, this is awful.
Your wife must be like, Jesus Christ, let's end this.
She said, if you post any of those, we're getting divorced. She's like, do not post those. It's embarrassing.
I think, Scotty, it doesn't sound so bad. I mean, like.
That's what I do. I embarrass.
I think you should post. I think you should post.
I got to work on it. So you get a free week, dude. So download it and get a free week.
I think you should post. I really do.
Oh my God, I was cracking up. I'm looking at my rear view window to see if anybody's coming by. I'm like, oh,
I think you did good. I think you did good.
Oh God.
All right, Scotty.
We'll do it again tomorrow, babe. We will see everybody tomorrow night. Another good show, 7:30.
Good night, guys. Thank you.
Hottest show on the internet.
Share.
Night, everybody.
Good night.